Yo, what's poppin' Poke Pals? Rare TCG coming at you with a brand new video. Today we are taking a look at Mega Lopunny EX, which has two attacks, but the only attack that we're really interested in for this video is the Gale Thrust attack. It does 60 damage, but if this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active spot during this turn, it does 170 more damage. So 230 damage for one energy on a stage 1 is absolutely bonkers. To help support this Lopunny, we play it with the new Linoone, which has the Excited Dash ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench and you have any Mega Evolution EX in play, you may use this ability. Switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So once we swing with Lopunny, we use Linoone to get into the active position, and then we retreat it with the help of a Rescue Board, and then we just swing again with Lopunny. It's that simple, guys. It's really that simple. Like, this is like the most mindless deck you could possibly think of. I paired it with Alomomola because its Gentle Fin ability is pretty good for a deck like this that plays a lot of 70 HP or less Pokemon. And I'm also playing Joltik for its Jolting Charge. That way we can get up to 4 Bunearys powered up on our first turn if we need to, because we start our deck for two electric and 2 grass, and then we could attach them to any Pokemon that we'd like, that being Buneary, who then evolves to Lopunny. And since we're only using colorless energy, I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer using Joltik with this. So what are, and our ace spec of choice here is Enriching Energy. I mean, drawing is always a good idea, and I mean, we're using a colorless energy for our attack, so why not? I figured it was a little different, a little more exciting than the usual ace specs. So what are our objectives for today? You might be thinking to yourself, objective? What are you talking about, Rare? Well, for those of you who are new to the channel, we have objectives that we try to complete while we are showcasing a deck. The first objective is pretty much the same for every deck. It's win a match or 2. I say or 2 because if the deck is performing very well, then I would like to get like 3 or 4 wins with this deck. But my side objectives, I have 2 of them for every video, are tailor-made for the deck that I am showcasing. And my first side objective, which made the most sense to me, seeing as how easy it is to set up Mega Lopunny, our first objective is to donk my opponent. I mean, that seems pretty simple to me. I think we could get that going, but that all depends on how well our opponent is playing. My second side objective, though, y'all might want to call me crazy for this one, because my second side objective is to win a match without using items. We do play a couple of item cards in the deck, as you can see, but I mean, no Buddy-Buddy Poffin, no Ultra Ball, no Mega Signal, no Rescue Board. We are going to be relying solely on just supporters and the Enriching Energy to help get things going, and maybe Fezandipiti flip the script. I'm going to save that side objective for a better game, and what I mean by that is, like, once we've cleared our first main objective, then I'm going to start going for the second objective, because I do want to win a couple matches today. All right, I'm done yapping. Let's hop into some gameplay and see how we do. All right, here we are in game 1, starting things off with, I don't even know who I want to start things off with. I guess Zigzagoon. I'm going to leave Alomomola. I don't really think I need him at this point. And we are absolutely going to fail side objective number 2 off the rip, because, yeah, I am definitely popping this Buddy-Buddy Poffin turn 1. There is no doubt in my mind about that. I do see, oh, it's a Charcadet in the active. Interesting. All right, well, let's get things rolling with, let's get 2 Bunearys, why not? And let's just start energizing them. That makes the most sense to me. Hopefully what we can do is we can use Iono to get ourselves a Mega Signal and get Mega Lopunny. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach one of these energies to either of these Bunearys. Oh, they're going to put a Pokemon on the bench, so that is going to ruin side objective number 1 for us. Why do I make these objectives so difficult for myself? I mean, it does make the videos more entertaining when they're this difficult, but still, I would like to complete a couple of them. I don't think I've completed all my objectives since my Pawmot video, which is still my favorite deck in the format. I know I hype that up literally every time I talk about my decks that I've made, but you guys have to see my Pawmot deck. And I did take your suggestions, and I did make it better. And I really want to, once the ladder resets, I really just want to do a live session. It's just so tough with work. You know, I'm not home all that often, but when I finally do get an opportunity to stream, I do want to stream for you guys, and I really would like to try and like rank up as much as I can using my Pawmont deck, because I really do have high hopes for that deck. I really think I can make it meta. It's a very rogue, very niche deck at the moment, but with your guys' help, I think we can make it a meta staple and somewhat make it viable for competitive use. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. And my opponent is having like the longest introduction video, mud on me, having the longest introduction turn ever. So I'm gonna let them do their thing, and when it comes back to us, I'll be back. All right, it's back to us finally. They just motivated, and oh, we got Mega Lopunny. Nice. So we can actually retreat, go into the Mega Lopunny. We could do that. Yeah, I think that's my best bet. I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna go into the Mega Lopunny. We're gonna take out this Squawk ability. That's definitely an option. Ooh, we're definitely going to attach this Rescue Board. And we got the Linoone, even better. Oh, this is working out beautifully. We're going to use this to get myself another Zigzagoon in case he goes down, and another Buneary, just to thin the deck a little bit. We got the Enriching Energy. We're going to attach this to you. They don't really play... what do you call? They don't really play status, so we're not really going to use the Festival Grounds, but I put that Festival Grounds in there just in case my opponent is playing like a poison type of deck or anything like that. We can use the Festival Grounds to help prevent Mega Lopunny from getting poisoned, paralyzed, anything like that. Alright, they are going to hit us with their Several Hedge, which they got up. And I'm just going to Enriching Energy onto the Buneary, just to hopefully get ourselves something off of that. We got Arven. I will definitely take that, because that should get me my Mega Signal. Yes, sir. And that will give me my Rigid Band. So we can attach one Rigid Band to another Lopunny, which I'm going to get right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's attach that to you. Let's attach this to you, even though you can't use it just yet. And the best part about this is, because I could Excited Dash, I could do that, and then I could retreat into this Lopunny who's fresh, and swing for 230 and not have to worry about taking any more damage on my other Lopunny and losing 3 prizes. So, I mean, you got options with Lopunny. I think it's a very interesting Mega. It's very fun, very easy to use. It's very user-friendly. If you're trying to like rank up quickly, I think this is the best Mega to use. If you have an opportunity to get yourself a Mega Lopunny EX, definitely use it. It is definitely one of the easier cards to use. And I'm very surprised that it's not meta at this point. Probably because it doesn't hit the numbers that you want it to hit. That's probably the only thing that's holding it back. But, I mean, if we were to replace the Enriching Energy with a Max Belt, we could potentially hit numbers that we would need. But even then, you're still two-shotting most Mega EXs in the format. So, my opponent looks like they're getting close to decking out here. Ay. How many energies do they have? They have 13, and with my Rigid Band, I have 360. You do 20 more for each. Oh, okay. I'm not about to do all that math. I'm just gonna let them swing, and we'll see how much they do to us. Let's see. 300. Yep, that Rigid Band absolutely just saved me just now. So thank you so much for that. We got a Lillie's. Let's do this. Don't get myself anything of use. But what I could do, call me crazy, I could Excite Dash, and I could just take out the Several Edge with the Linoone. That way, we have a 1 prizer in the active position, and we don't have to risk losing 3 prize cards from my opponent. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. And we get a Rescue Board off of that, and a Hilda. And they're just going to concede. Beautiful! Alright, so we didn't lose a single prize card in that match. That was great! Alright, here we are in game 2, starting things off with our little Joltik. And you know, I might just attach this Enriching Energy and see if I could get side objective number 2 going. Because if I can actually get myself a Buneary or 2 off of this Enriching Energy, that'd be great. Maybe I want to replace the stadium I have with Artisan. That might be an idea too, if I really want to pursue this side objective number 2. Let's see how we do with this top deck right now. What I'm not happy about is I see a Fez in the active position. Now you have an Iono. You know what? I'm just gonna pass it. We get donked, we get donked. But they're having a hard time setting up 2, it looks like. So that's good for us. I'm going to Enriching Energy, see what I get off of that. And then I'm going to Iono. And hopefully get myself going with that. The Fighting Gong. Okay, so that tells me this might be Mega Lucario. I'm just going to get an energy. Interesting. Are they going to attach to the Fez and just start building up the Fez? I'm going to Earthen Vessel. Don't tell me this is another Ceruledge deck. Yeah, it looks like it's another Ceruledge deck. It's funny because it's not even the same opponent that I'm versing. You guys can't see their name, but I can. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to let them do their thing, and I'll be back when it's our turn. Alright, and they pass it back to us. Okay. That was a little scary. Alright, let's try and get this second objective done. Enriching Energy, what do we got? We got a Buneary. We got 2 Bunearys, that's what I wanted. Beautiful. Now, let's attach a Rigid Band to you. Let's Lillies. Let's Lillies instead. Lillies gets us more stuff. More stuff, more gooder. We got a Joltik again. I might just use him. You know what? Let's just start building up these Bunearys. There we go. Now they're all set. And I have some energy in my hand. We still have not used a single item card, so we are still on pace for side objective number 2. This is actually going to be the most insane side objective I've ever completed. Ever. I don't think I've ever played a game of PTCGL, or TCG for that matter, without using a single item card. This might actually be my first time doing this. I'm actually kind of excited about this. So no Buddy-Buddy Poffin, no Ultra Ball, no Mega Signal. I have to just run into this Lopunny on my own. That's pretty much all I have to do at this point. I do need to get myself Linoone and Zigzagoon going, though. That's the only problem I foresee. It's fine. They got rid of 2 Ceruledges off of that. Oh my god, that was not a good play. I can't believe they haven't found a single Charcadet with all the milling they've been doing. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, I'm not upset by it. I'm actually happy that this is going in our favor, but that's crazy to me. What I could do next turn is I could Lillie's Determination, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Lopunny's second attack, because it does have a second attack, which isn't terrible. I think that's what we're going to have to do until we can get ourselves Linoone set up, because trying to find Linoone and Zigzagoon without using items is going to be very dicey. Not going to lie. They are once again going to we got Zigzagoon. Okay, I think PTCGL is telling me that they actually want me to complete this mission. We can't Arven because, well, we got Linoone. Beautiful. The only thing we're missing now is the Lopunny. So let's get these 2 grass energies. I'm going to attach 1 to you and 1 to you. That way we thin the deck a little more. And now both Lopunnys on the bench are ready to go once I actually get my Lopunny. And I have Iono. That's another good card that we can use. And we got Linoone in hand. As long as we don't get Iono, which I don't think we will, because Ceruledge decks don't tend to play Ionos. For the simple fact that it's a Ceruledge deck. They want to get as much out as possible. And there's going to be the Ceruledge. Yep. I'm actually really surprised, though, that they haven't just attached one of those fighting energies to their Soul Rock and just taken out this Joltik. Like, that would have been, like, turn 1 for me. I don't know what my opponent's thinking by not doing that. And they are finally going to take out my Joltik using their Cosmic Beam. Unfortunately, but, I mean, it was destined to happen at some point. So what do we want to do here? I'm in a bit of a pickle right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Buneary in the active position, and we could just get Lopunny just like that. That works. Thank you so much. We're going to attach an energy here. That way we can use our second attack. We're going to put the Linoone down. Let's not forget to do that. Let's Iono. Hopefully getting myself a Rescue Board. Thank you so much. And another Linoone. Hello, PTCGL actually cooperating with me for once. Oh my god, guys, this is crazy. This is actually crazy right now. I already retreated, didn't I? I did not retreat, so I could actually... nah, let's just use our second attack. Spiky Hopper. Taking out the Soul Rock. Evening out the prize cards. And we're pretty much set up. We haven't used a single item card. I think we are on pace to do side quest number 2, or side objective number 2. All we have to do is win this matchup, which, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna be kind of tough. It's gonna be very tough, actually. Because they could very easily win the prize exchange with Ceruledge, because he does so much damage. He got 12 energies in the discard, and you do how much for 20? You're doing 240 plus 30, you do 270. So we are going to take the hit, that's fine, as long as they don't discard any more energies. If they even have a fire energy to attach to this guy, that's the other thing we have to worry about. If they concede, I'm going to take that as a win. I am absolutely going to take that as a win and cross off side objective number 2. But that is all dependent on whether or not they concede. I don't think they will, though. But they did attach a legacy energy to their Fezandipiti, which is not their best move. They could have absolutely attached that to their Ceruledge. They did find themselves the fire energy, but unfortunately for them, it is not enough. I don't know if you guys heard that ding ding just now. That is the sound of my other video that was posted yesterday being finished rendering. So that was what that sound was. What do I want to do here? Do I want to get myself another Linoone, or do I want to get myself... No, what I want to do is I want to get myself a Rigid Band. And I can't really use an item, so I'm just going to get the Rigid Band. Let's attach that to you. Doesn't matter anyway. Let's go into the Excited Dash. Then we are going to retreat, go into this Lopunny, who essentially has more HP, and we're just going to swing for 230. There we go. And now my opponent can attack us again, but if I Hilda next turn, I could get myself another fresh Lopunny, and we could evolve into that one, and then we won't take as much damage next turn. Even better. Also, how do you guys pronounce it? Do you say Lopunny like I do, or do you say Lopunny? I don't know. Like, Pokemon are weird. It depends on, like, people say Rayquaza, Lopunny, Lopunny. Oh, they're gonna boss. Honestly, I'm okay with that. That way we don't have 2 damaged Mega Lopunnies, and we only have 1. So I'm actually okay with that decision by them. And what I'm gonna do is, since this guy is free and clear now... No, let me not play that. I was gonna say I could take him out with Linoone. That might be a dumb play. Let's see what I top deck here. Or not. Now we can take him out with Linoone. That's fine. Now I get Hilda for another Linoone. Or not. We prize Linoone. Oh. Okay, yeah, no. We're not taking him out with Linoone. We absolutely need Linoone in this deck. So we are just going to retreat and go into our Lopunny and just take you out. And that's going to give us 2 prize cards, and hopefully one of those is a Lopunny, a Linoone. A lot of L's in this deck. Hopefully we don't take no L. You know what I mean? Alright, they are going to bring up another Ceruledge. Now the good thing here is I have my Rigid Bands attached to both of these Lopunnies, so we should be okay. I'm just really disappointed that we prized our Linoone. That might have actually been our biggest downfall, honestly. They might even deck out too. That might actually also be an option for us, because it looks like they're having a hard time finding their fire energy. Yeah, because they've gotten rid of 5 fire energies, and their legacy energy was attached to their Fez, so I don't know, guys. This might actually be a win for us. We might actually get side objective 2 complete. I mean, it's a little disappointing that we went up against 2 Ceruledge decks in one video, because I do like the diversity, but I can't really control who I run into. They're gonna draw! Wow! Guys, we just won. We just won. Even if they have a fire energy, they're gonna use the Night Structure to get the fire energy. It doesn't matter, because all I have to do is pass and we win. Oh my god, guys, we just completed side objective 2. I just won a game of PTCGL without using a single... Oh, never mind. Damn it! You suck, dude. Alright, here we are in game 3. I'm still so pissed about that ending of the last match. We were so close to getting side objective number 2 done, guys. It was so close. I'm telling you, if I didn't prize that Linoone and I took out the Ceruledge on the turn that we brought it up, we would have absolutely won, but we needed that Sarah Legend order to secure the win, and it looks like we are not going to get... Oh, we got Buneary. Hold on. So it might not be a bad play. I'm just going to attach this energy here, and I'm just going to end my turn. So, what do I want to do here? I am going to try and go for side objective number 2 again. That is a definite, which is not using any energy. And if they can't get a basic on the field right now, we could actually just win. Because I could rescue board onto you, I could Hilda into the Mega Lopunny, and I could not only donk my opponent, but also win without using a single item card. So please do not put down a... And they're going to put down a basic, of course they are. And they're going to get this as an Ultra Ball. It's probably going to be a Dragapult deck. Why are they getting rid of so much... No, it's a Gardevoir deck, it looks like. Or Jellicent. Either way, I'm not a fan of this. Which is fine with me, because if they item lock me, that... I mean, doesn't matter anyway, because then I could just, what do you call it? I could just not use my items, and then I could just win. So I could just win under my own item lock here. All right, so let's attach this to you. Let's attach this to you. Let's attach that to you. And let's just retreat, go into you, and swing for 230. There we go. So we are still on pace for side objective number 2 as of right now, because I have still not used a single item card. Get out of here, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We're not using you this game. Look at that. All we have is a Lillie's Determination in the discard pile. So please, do me a favor, item lock me. That way I don't accidentally use whatever. They're going to Dusknoir. Interesting. So, I mean, it'd be kind of stupid. And they're just going to concede. Okay, I'm not going to count that towards side objective 2 because we didn't actually. All right, here we are in game, what is it, 3, I believe? Game 4, actually, no. As I was saying before, I think the end of my sentence got cut off in that last video. I'm not going to count that one towards side objective number 2 because we didn't really win, they just conceded. And it was kind of early in the game, so I'm not going to count that one. What I am going to do, though, is try and get this finally going. Got another Mega Lopunny. I am going to attach this to you, that's for certain, and I'm just going to end my turn. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to Iono next turn, unfortunately. But I think with this enrichment energy, we can actually win without the help of items. I'm really confident that I can get this side objective 2 going. And I'm more excited to get side objective 2 going than I am to get side objective 1, which is donking my opponent. But that's all up to my opponent and whether or not they can get themselves, what do you call it? A bench Pokemon going and whatnot. But I mean, we're in Eternatus rank, and at this point in the game, everybody can pretty much set up their board, except for my opponent last game. But that's besides the point. And they got themselves the precious trolley with Arven, so we could absolutely forget about donking my opponent in this matchup. And they are going to get their evolution off, getting themselves 2 Charmeleons on the bench, so my opponent is flawlessly setting up right now, while we struggle to get anything going. I think Fezandipiti is absolutely going to be a good play right now. I only got 1 Charmeleon. Really? Okay, interesting. But Fezandipiti is there's a Buneary. We will absolutely take you. I'm going to get you down. And I think what I want to do is I just want to get Linoone and get an enrichment energy. And I can attach the enrichment energy next turn. But I'm going to retreat this Linoone, because I feel like that's the best play. Let's go into the Fezandipiti. And then what I can do next turn is I can enrichment energy onto the Fezandipiti, retreat it, evolve into the Mega Lopunny, use the Iono. So we have plenty of options next turn. I am not disappointed in the slightest by this. Although I was thinking, guys, if I got rid of the Festival Grounds, I think the stadium is called. If I got rid of that stadium for an Artisan, then my chances of donking my opponent significantly go down, because then they could just use my Artisan and set up their own bench. Although, at this point, I'm not really focused on donking my opponent. I am way more concerned about my second objective that I got super duper close to completing last game. So, I think that's what I'm still hoping to get accomplished in this game. Actually, I don't even have to retreat the Fezandipiti. I just realized that. Because I could just use Linoone to put itself into the active and then retreat into the Lopunny. So that works too. They got rid of a boss. I'm happy about that. And they get the Charizard EX. The Terra Charizard EX. So they have Mega Charizard and Terra Charizard both in play. And that's funny. They actually are looking in separate directions. So if my opponent had that Charizard EX where the Charcadet is, they'd be looking at each other. It's almost like they said, yo, let me copy your homework for Mega Evolution? Sure, but, you know, don't make it look too similar. And then they made it look too similar. And they are going to retreat straight into the Mega Charizard, which is very unfortunate for us because as much as I would have loved to have Iono right now, I kind of want to keep them at a dead hand. I think it's better if I do that, honestly. We are going to lose our Fezandipiti, which is a real dagger. But they are also going to lose 3 fire energies, so that's good for us. Let's just put the Linoone in the active position. And we can still Enrichment Energy. That's still a play that we can do. I'm still focused on not using my items, so I'm just going to get myself a Rigid Band. And I'm just going to attach it to Lopunny. And then I'm just going to attach to Linoone. Why not? Get myself 4 more cards. I get a Alomomola, but that doesn't help me. But I do get Lillie, and that's going to help me. So let's retreat straight into Lopunny and attack for 230 for 1 energy. And there we go. And my opponent now only has 2 cards in their hand. Now a third with their top deck. Hopefully it is not a supporter or anything that can get them out of this predicament that they have put themselves in. They're going to Pokegear, and they're going to get themselves Fire Breather. Oh my god. Okay, that's absolutely going to destroy my Lopunny. Well, that was disappointing. I'm still mad at my last opponent because we were so close to taking out side objective number 2 and winning the game and all that other stuff, but we just had to prize the Linoone. They are absolutely going to destroy my Lopunny with this. Did you do 90 for each? 9, 18, 27, 36. Yeah, they have it. They definitely have it. There's no way they don't have it. 9, 80, 36. Yeah, they have enough. Okay. And they don't even have to discard from the Charizard. That's the most egregious part of this. Is they could all do that for nothing. All they have to do is just take it off the bench Pokemon. Of course, they had to get a Fire Breather, right? Everything is just not going up Millhouse right now. There it is, the 330. Yep. Even with the Rigid Band. And they actually took off with the Charizard. I'm surprised by that. So this is one uphill battle we are in right now. And I think I'm absolutely going to just Lillie. It doesn't even make sense for me to. We have one. Yeah, no, this is a losing matchup. We're just gonna bounce on this one. All right, here we are in what I believe to be game 5. Hopefully we can get our side objective complete. Any of them at this point. If I see that my opponent is having difficulty setting up their bench, I'm definitely going to go for side objective number 1 and donk them because we have the Mega Signal in our hand. And what I could do is just attach and pass and then use the Hilda to get myself another energy and use my second attack because I highly doubt that they're going to have a Pokemon with more. Well, no, because they could have a basic EX and that would have more than Mega Lopunny's damage output. So that's not great for us. But I could also get myself Linoone, and then that would work too. So, yeah, we have options. It's just all dependent upon whether or not my opponent wants to set up this Sentry or not. And it's going to be a Mega Kangaskhan in the active position. Well, that stinks. That is absolutely going to withstand any attack that I throw at it. That is actually, I believe, the beefiest basic Pokemon in the format right now, so... Yeah, I mean, oh, and they got themselves a Nest Ball, so yeah, we're not donking either. And it looks like they are pairing Mega Kangaskhan with Meganium so that they get attack for just 2 energy as opposed to 3. So not a bad play. And then you got the Teal Mask Ogerpon going. Alright, so they got options themselves. They're going to run an errand, they're going to do all that fun stuff. And I think... I have to see what I top deck here because I do want to still go for my item locked objective, but I also want to win a match. You know what I mean? So we have to see what we could do here. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go for the... They're gonna energy switch. Okay. And they're gonna just pass it to us. That's fine with me. Got a Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Okay, guys, as much as I want to do this side objective, I gotta get things rolling here. Let's get ourselves another Zigzagoon and another Buneary. Let me get a Linoone and an Enriching Energy. Let's get a Mega Lopunny going. I mean, obviously this deck flows a lot better with what do you call? With item usage. Let's Enriching Energy. Hopefully getting myself something of use here. Not really. I'm just going to Excite Dash. And then I'm going to Retreat. Unfortunately losing my energy, but I had to do that so that I could swing for 230. And there we go. Putting massive pressure onto that Mega Kangaskhan. So, unfortunately, we are not going for side objective number 2 in this matchup. But, I mean, I do want to get a couple wins and complete my main objective. That would be a lot more crucial to me, in my opinion. And they got themselves a Bayleaf, but they did not get themselves anything else. So, I'm just going to get myself another Lopunny and another Energy. And we are going to evolve straight into this Lopunny. And how much do you have left? 70? I'm hitting for 60. Of course I am. So I have to attach this energy to this Lopunny, unfortunately. And we're just going to swing for 160. Taking out the Mega Kangaskhan. So that is an active threat that is now neutralized, giving us 3 prize cards. Beautiful. And we got ourselves another energy, which we can use to retreat our Linoone until we find ourselves our rescue board. Or an Arven. But I think we are in pretty good standings for a win here. They're going to Iono us, which I'm not terribly upset about, because I was going to Iono myself anyway. So we got a Fez and we got an energy. That's fine. So they're going to get the Meganium down, which is a little concerning, because now this guy's going to hit like a truck. But it is what it is. But we can one-shot Tealmask Ogerpon with Lopunny's first attack, so I'm not too upset by that. I don't know what the heck is going on right now. They just unfair stamped us, which I'm okay with because I got an Iono. They put their Kangaskhan in the active position, which worked out well for them because now they could just start swinging with this guy. But knowing how Kangaskhan works, yeah, they're going to get tails. I don't know what it is with PTCGL, but it just does not like Mega Kangaskhan. It just like, oh, you're playing Mega Kangaskhan? Well, you're only going to get 1 heads, and that's the end for you. Let's Lillie here. That's probably my better option. We got ourselves another Buneary. Let's attach this to you. Let's put him down. And then we're going to put this on you. And let's Excite Dash. And then retreat into this Lopunny, who has more energy. We're going to put the Fez down just so we incentivize them to want to boss it up or something like that. And that way we completely protect our Mega Lopunnies. So I think we have game in play right now. Especially if I could get myself a boss. If I get myself a boss, then it's definitely game. And even if they boss up my Linoone and take that out, it's okay, because I could just bring up this Lopunny who has a 1 retreat cost, retreat, and then just go into this one, and that's also game. So we have definite options here. If they do not get this Mega Kangaskhan out of the active position, we just win. Alright, they are going to get themselves another Mega Kangaskhan in the active position by retreating this guy with the help of Latias, and they are going to flip 1 heads, and that's not enough to take out my Lopunny. Very unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Mega Signal here, getting myself my other Mega Lopunny, and I'm going to get myself another Rigid Band, and I'm just going to evolve. And no, we're not going to evolve. We definitely don't have another one. That's concerning. Oopsies. But let's just deal some damage to this Kangaskhan with the help of this Lopunny. I mean, she's going to go down anyway, so might as well use her to the best of my advantage. We are putting mad pressure on this guy right now. He is, like, struggling to get anything going right now. But we definitely need a boss's orders. Unfortunately, how many items did I use? I used 2 Mega Signals and a Buddy-Buddy. Dang. Unfortunately, my side objective number 2. They are going to attack and get 2 heads, doing 300 damage to my Mega Lopunny, but doesn't matter anyway, we win. We're just going to bring in the Linoone and call it a day. And then we will move on to our next match. Okay, let's bring in the Linoone. Let's retreat the Linoone. I'm not even going to play around here. I'm just going to go for the jugular. Taking out this Mega Kangaskhan, and we are going to move into our next match. Let me see it. Victory! And here we are in a Game 6. Wow, I think that's the first time I've ever said that before. And we have a phenomenal hand right now. All we need is an energy, which we can easily get with the help of Hilda next turn. Unfortunately, we can't dock our opponent because they're already setting up, as you can see. But we are going first, so that's good for us. We got an Alomomola. I'm just going to attach this energy to you, and I'm just going to pass. And then on my next turn, what I can do is I can Hilda for the enrichment energy. I can evolve into Linoone, get myself the Mega Lopunny, use the enrichment energy to retreat my Linoone, go into the Mega Lopunny. We have plenty of options. We're fine. I might not even attach to the Linoone. I might not even do that combo, because if they can't get themselves camera-upped, we're fine. We're big chillin'. But this Game 6 is looking like it's close to getting my side objective number 2 complete. It all depends on if my opponent is actually here or if they are AFK, because it looks like they are AFK. Nope, they're here, thank God. Okay, good. Side objective number 2 is in the works, people. Let's get this bread. And they are just going to pass. Beautiful. So we have exactly what we need in our hand. We are ready to roll right now. Let's get myself a Mega Lopunny and an enrichment energy. I am not even going to bother with the Linoone. I'm just going to get things rolling with this enrichment energy. Hopefully getting myself something of use here. I got another Buneary. I'll take that. I'll put down a Fez as like to incentivize them to want to take that out. And oh no! I hit misclicked. Damn it. I misclicked. Alright, not a big deal. As long as they don't have Mega Camera up in hand. They have Mega Camera up in hand. Oh, God. And you have 280 damage. I'm supposed to Spiky Hopper. Oh, and they're going to start Adrenabraining and all this other nonsense. Alright, if we take the L, I take full responsibility for this L, because that was such a bad misclick. And they got the Mega Charizard in play. Wow. As long as they don't have a fire energy, watch them have a supporter as their last card, though. Watch. I would not be surprised in the slightest. We do have another Mega Lopunny in the active position, though. I mean, on the bench. Beautiful. Okay. Never punished, boys. Never punished. Oh, here's what we're going to do. This is exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to get ourselves a rescue board and call it a day. We're going to attach that rescue board to you. We are going to use my excited dash, retreat into the Lopunny, and do the amount of damage we were supposed to do the first time, which was 230. And now you have a ton of pressure on you, Mega Camera Up. I honestly don't understand why people play Mega Camera Up in this format. It's such a bad Mega. It had the potential to be good, but then the problem with it is it just needs too much. It just can't set itself up. You know what I mean? Like, Mega Charizard does a pretty fine job of setting itself up. It just needs Oricorio, which is not even that terrible of a task to do. Because once you get Oricorio down, which is a basic, you could just Mess Ball for it. You're pretty much up and rolling. And they still don't have anything. Wow. Okay. And actually, I'm going to put this down because they do want to burn us. That is definitely on their bucket list to do. Why did I just Iono? Why did I just do that? I just gave them stuff. I'm an idiot. I'm literally not, like, head empty right now, guys. Seriously. Head empty. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get myself a Zigzagoon on the bench. That way, if they start going for my Linoone, we're okay. And we're just going to promote this girl since she's already got damage counters on her. And we'll finally take out this Mega Camera, taking out 3 prize cards. Thank you so much. And they cannot Monkey Dory us because there is no damage on their side. All right, so we are still in position to complete side objective number 2. I'm like fiending for this side objective number 2, guys, as you can see. And I probably Iono'd them into something fantastic, like an idiot that I am. What's good for us, though, is that they don't have Oricorio. Knock on wood. Mega Absol? What is this deck? What is happening right now? You're playing... Okay, Volcanion, but that doesn't help you because I have the Festival Grounds in play. So that protects my Lopunny from being burned. So if you want to bring in Volcanion, that's fine with me. Or better yet, I'll bring it in for you. Here, I'll take that. Thank you very much. And I am just going to bring in my guy here. Let's put you down. Let's evolve you. Can I use 2 in 1 turn? I can use 2 in 1 turn. Not that I would, but all right. Let's bring in the weaker one because that makes more sense to me. And let's just take you out for 230. There you go. And now all we need is just 1 more prize card. And they still cannot Monkey Dory. Wow, we're doing phenomenal right now. Who's going to be their active? Probably Charizard. There's no way they don't have a fire energy. Even with that Iono play, we're still making strides here. I mean, I think it's safe to say, guys, that we have this one in the bag. I think this actually might finally be side objective number 2 complete. And I will show you at the end of this match that this was indeed a ranked match. Max Rod, what the heck? Actually, no, Max Rod does make sense. I'm not even going to fault them for that one. That makes sense. Because if they get rid of all that energy, they want to get it back in their hand with the help of Oricorio. But they're going for the Volcanion again. I don't know why. And we have 240, so yeah, even if they get rid of all their energy with Inferno X, we still live. So I am perfectly fine with this. And I haven't used an item, right? No, I have not. Attach an energy to you. Let's Hilda for a Lopunny. Thank you. Let's evolve into said Lopunny. Then we are going to Excited Dash into... into Linoone. And then we're going to retreat into Lopunny. And then we're just going to swing for 230. And I think this is it, guys. We might actually have side objective number 2 complete. I gotta stop making Donk my opponent one of my objectives, because it's not a very realistic objective. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I'm sorry that I do it, but I am super hyped that we are finally going to get a win with side objective number 2. Oh, they're gonna take out Mega Lopunny with the Adrenabrains. Oh god, I hate Monkey Dory. You guys don't know how much I can't wait for this thing to rotate out. I mean, yes, of course, we have that new stadium that prevents Monkey Dory from being used, but it's like, it's tough to put it into a deck. You know what I mean? It's not like something you could just flop into your deck and be like, okay, we're good to go. What I am grateful for is that they have Overbench, so even if they do find themselves the Oricorio and all that fire energy, it's for naught. They're not going to do anything with it. So, I think we still have this in game. And they get themselves an air balloon. The only thing that they can retreat into is Mega Absol, which I'm okay with, I guess. Don't really have much else of a choice. They're gonna Lillie. Please tell me that I can get myself a boss's orders right now. That'd be great. I swear, if we lose the second objective again, I'm gonna quit for today. I'm done. I'm gonna quit PTCG out. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm gonna be livid. And they are just going to pass it back to us, securing the win for us. And that's it, guys. We have completed side objective number 2 by not using a single item card and winning a match. And just to show you guys, not a single item card is in my discard pile. We're going to swing for 230 and call it a day. And just so you guys are aware, I will show you that this was indeed a ranked match. Let me just pause the recording real quick while my opponent's name comes up. And there you guys go. It was a ranked match. So we will count it. Side objective number 2, put it in the books. All right, that is going to do it for my Mega Lopunny deck. What do you guys think? I think it's a really fun Mega. I think it's very easy, very user-friendly. It is a little difficult when it comes to damage output. So if you want to replace the, what do you call it? If you want to replace the enrichment energy with a max belt, and that will bring you up to 280, that takes out a lot more EXs than what Mega Lopunny is capable of right now. I mean, you don't have to play it in this manner. I mean, you guys saw it. It's very easy. It sets itself up with the help of Linoone. It really does. If you could just get Linoone and Mega Lopunny out, it's pretty much GG's. Your opponent has almost no way of stopping you once you get this rolling. And with the help of the Rigid Band, that also helps. If you want to be less technical, you could get rid of the Festival Grounds, replace that with an Artisan, but I like the Festival Grounds because it could prevent my opponent from burning Lopunny, poisoning Lopunny, confusing Lopunny. I mean, with all the statuses going around lately, I think Festival Grounds is a good idea for Mega Lopunny. You could also use Artisan. And if you're not crazy like me and you actually want to use items, you are absolutely free to do so. I have a bunch of items in this deck that really help. I have the Mega Signal, the Buddy-Buddy Poffin, the Ultra Ball. Those all help. Actually, even see the TM Evo in this gameplay, but it's there if you want it. And Joltik is also a really phenomenal start. If you could start with Joltik and get 2 Buddy-Buddy Poffins, you completely set up all of your Lopunnies in one turn. It's crazy. It's very consistent, very powerful. I like this. If I had to rank it, I think Mega Lopunny would be my #1 favorite Mega deck out there right now. But that's just me. I'd like it more than Mega Absol, I will say that. But let me know what you guys think about Mega Lopunny down in the comment section down below. How can we make this deck even better? I'm sure there is a way. I kind of threw this deck together once I saw Linoone, and I was like, this deck really doesn't need anything else. And I was right. It worked phenomenally. It got us all the way up to Eternatus rank. We are so close to Arceus rank, and I'm hoping to get there with the next video being Mega Sharpedo. You guys have been asking for a Mega Sharpedo deck, and I am working on one. I'm still playtesting it. I got to see how it works. But yeah, that's Mega Lopunny. That's pretty much it. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!